All right, I've been wanting to do a video on this. I might even do two videos on this. That's how interesting it is to me right now. This was posted on Twitter. Lan Tanzi Gamer, whatever, random person on Twitter said, "Say your controversial McFarlane versus David 1993 Philadelphia Comic Con debate opinions." And you look at this, there's Todd McFarlane, who is shirtless with a baseball cap on, and then you've got I always want to call him Larry David. It's whatever David. He's there trying to take the thing very seriously. So I looked up the debate to see exactly what it was about, and I want to get into a bit of this. First, though, look at this. Downcast 3 is the first trending book on Indiegogo, even beating out Dynamite's book. Not only that, but like cost wise. To be fair, how long? Oh, it's got 30 days left. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to do for them. Downcast Submerged. If you haven't backed it, check it out. It's on Indiegogo right now. We've passed 16,000 and a half. We're slowly creeping up to 17,000. If you haven't backed it, it's a great time to do so. Fantastic book. I really think everyone's going to love this book. This is going to be definitive in Downcast direction, and I don't know, really, really important book for independent comics, Comicsgate, Alterna, everything. So check it out, back it. I really appreciate your support. All right. So this debate, you know what this is all about. Essentially, it is, was Image Comics fairly portrayed in the media? That's what this is all about. So Peter David, not Larry David, Peter David wrote an article apparently that was very critical of Image Comics. Now, first you'd say, well, that's fine. Be critical of Image Comics. It's all good. But you have to understand that there was already some existing, apparently, bad blood between the two of them. I know so because Peter David himself said so. He read off some quotes, things that Todd McFarlane had said about him in his time working, I guess, in editorial, it sounded like, at Marvel. And so that's an interesting point. He wrote an article. The problem is you can have an opinion for sure, but to expect everyone to take your opinion very seriously when you've got, clearly personal misgivings with another person, it's kind of hard to be taken too seriously. You can't expect much more, but go ahead and have an opinion. All right. Really, though, the main thing that I wanted to go over here is this is almost a recurring thing in comics that happens over and over and over again. And that is, you've got the establishment, I guess, the established orthodoxy of comics. And then you get in some new guy that is willing to go to ridiculous lengths to shake things up. In this case, Todd McFarlane showing up like he's a boxer ready to box. I guess he was wearing boxer shorts. I saw him in a robe, a white robe, ready to go. It's such a good visual example of exactly how it works. Now, today, you absolutely say the same thing, but the major differences that I'm seeing because of the internet is all of this discussion is being had on the internet, and it's not actually being had between the 2, 3, 4, however many sides. That it's just not the case. What you have here are the establishment welcoming Todd McFarlane in to say his piece, and like the ad hominems here are just laughable, all around. It's just laughable, and it was clearly, for some it was taken as a gimmick and just a moment to have some fun. For some, it was taken possibly too seriously. There's also that, but ultimately, it wasn't career destroying, as far as I know. Now, today, the way that discussion works and dissent, really, if you have any dissenting opinions against the established comic book orthodoxy, then you are cast out. Not only that, they will call you terrible names. I'm still shocked at how many times I hear the term Nazi get flung around about comic book creators. Several of them, but clearly that are not Nazis. They're not Nazis. Why do that? The whole point is to smear somebody's name. So rather than get together and accept the fact that, you know, we're all technically part of the same industry, we're all technically making comic books, let's legitimize this debate, you know. Let's have the conversation and ideas will win, right? Today you do not have that. And it's unfortunate. I think it's to the detriment of the comic book industry. They're so desperate to hold on to what they think is a pathway forward that they will crush you or try to crush you if you try to intervene. I mean, not even just intervene, just have an opinion there. So I'm gonna watch the rest of this. I think it'll be interesting, but the differences were actually more interesting than the similarities, in my opinion, to what we have today. The comic industry has changed an awful lot, and I think that a little bit more of this actual discussion, even though this, you know, ended up it's silly, but at the same time, you know, the industry legitimizing and making sure that, you know, if you're doing something interesting in comics, you have a seat at the table. Like it makes sense for you to be able to contribute and again have an opinion, share an opinion, and just exist, I guess. But that's not going to go well for everybody. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below about this. I'm everywhere streaming, trying to get the word out about Downcast. You can help me out by sharing it on social media. Tell everyone you know to just check it out. Just click on the link and peruse it. That might be enough to convince you to back it. So far, we're off to a strong start, but I want to see this continue to climb so that I can continue to make comics and do great things in the future. So thanks so much, and I will see you in the next video.